Hello, and welcome to my sort of mini-series I'm going to be doing of reviewing some sleeves, because I'm a big fan of customizing your deck, customizing your playmat. I just love customization. It makes everything so much more fun for me. And I couldn't find that many reviews of sleeves when I was looking on YouTube, so I thought, hey, why not try and do it myself? So hopefully you guys will have an easier time when you're trying to order some if you decide to. And today we're starting with a custom TCG card sleeve, which I found on Facebook. They're lovely, and so we're going to be going over them in two sections. The preparation phase, which is waiting, the ordering, and then the opinions after use. So from here, this is just another one of the RC Gloss, because they actually have a lot of variety. This is an RC Gloss sleeve, an RC Gloss version 2, because they have two versions, and this is a light matte sleeve. They provide, I think, about 7 different variations of sleeves, so quite a lot, and they're very different in prices. So the light matte is £20 or 38 Singapore dollars, and this one is about £37 or 70 Singapore dollars. So they're pretty good price for the market. I mean, it's about average, but these ones are really, really good. I consider anyway. I love variety in different stores. So the first thing I'm going to start with is just a few numbers. So they finished production 3 weeks and 4 days after ordering. They sent them to me 3 days and 5 days after ordering, and they arrived with me after 5 weeks and 2 days from Singapore, which is 11 days to arrive to me, which is really good, to be honest, especially during COVID times. So definitely impressed with that. And the responsiveness was very impressive as well. Whenever I had a question or just had anything to ask, the owner was right on it to give me any kind of answers I needed. But I do need to mention that this is a Facebook-run store, so it may be a little bit harder to order compared to some other places that do custom sleeves. But if you're fine with that, then that should be okay. They work... Well, I ordered mine through PayPal, so it will be completely up to you. I don't know if they have any other payment methods, but that's the way I chose. So now that's over, let's go into the sleeves themselves. We're going to start with the color quality. So we have the RC Gloss and the light matte. We're going to start with the light matte. So let me get this up closer, out of sleeve. So this one, or on each of them, the colors really pop. They look lovely. And there's a little bit of light dotting though. I'm not sure if you can see that, but the colors are a little bit dotted. It's kind of hard to explain, but it kind of happens when things are printed sometimes. And this is with the light matte, the cheaper alternative. It's not too visible, but if you look really close, you can see it. I mean, I'm not sure if at locals anybody's going to be going right up to your cards, but if they do, then there's a chance they might see that if you order this version. And then we have the RC Gloss. This version has no dotting from what I could see. It looks lovely. There's nothing I have wrong with this one. It's very nice and shiny, and I couldn't really find any imperfections with the printing on this one. It reminds me a lot of a photo. It's very clean and very pretty. Now on to the tightness. So for this, I'm going to grab cards that are actually in the sleeves to show you the tightness. Okay, so we have my lovely Ash Blossom, and this because I use the Assassination Classroom ones for my extra deck. Let's take out the outer sleeves because I like to you should double sleeve these because it'll help the art stay fresh longer. Okay, so here's sort of a tightness test of the RC Gloss. The RC Gloss has a little bit more wiggle room. As you see, if I squeeze it up the top a little bit, you can get some more wiggle room, but if you don't squeeze it, this is kind of normal for it. It's pretty good and tight. And the good thing about this is with the double sleeve, because they finally made it allowed in YuGiOh, what I like to do is just pop the sleeve over the top. So there's no way you can do that because of the double sleeve, because of course I'm down here. And then we have the matte. The matte is tighter. it's a very, very tight sleeve. My partner had actually reported some issues because I made him have a quick look as well, just to get some opinions from him. And these are tighter. He actually struggled to get some cards into these sleeves when we were sleeving them up. So that is worth a note. I didn't have the same issue, but with both of these, it would be very hard to actually get the cards out of the sleeves, but it's definitely possible. I haven't tried yet because I'm not too sure if I want to risk damaging them too much, and I'm not going to be changing out this deck for quite a long time because I love my Invoked. I've always been an Invoked player, but it's definitely something to take into account if you purchase. Now, the actual sleeve size. So, as you can see here, they fit both nicely into the outer sleeves. So this one, I can't remember the exact branding on this one. I believe this is a Dragon Shield. Dragon Shield Standard. I'm actually planning to get more of these ones for these. These are the KMC Mini Character Guard sleeves, / they're also referred to just as bordered sleeves. They really frame the artwork of the cards. So I'm planning on getting that for this one, but they do fit into most other sleeves. So I haven't had an issue of finding any kind of outer sleeves that don't fit. Next is the feel without the outer sleeves. So once again, I need to reiterate, you shouldn't need to take these, play with these out of their outer sleeves, because it might damage the artwork. It's mainly protecting the artwork and the card itself this way. Now that it's allowed, I just recommend everybody does it, whether you do it or not, whether you do have art or not. So the best way I can describe holding the gloss without the outer sleeve, it feels like you're holding a picture. So you've got a freshly developed photo. I know it's pretty old of me to say, but so it feels like you're holding one of those and you're about to put it into the frame. So that's kind of the best way I can describe it. There's a bit of sort of stickiness. So it's not obviously like a chewing gum stickiness, but if I put my hand on there, I'm not sure if you can see, but there is a bit of stickiness getting off. But that's without the sleeve. I'll put on the out sleeve now, one moment. And then we have this one. So this is the light matte, of course. There's not going to be any stickiness here because they are more rough, more coarse. Once again, very good. Yeah, so this one's just nice, strong. One thing I need to mention about both of these sleeves is they are very, very strong. This is one thing I mentioned to my partner. They are very tough compared to Konami official sleeves. So if I grab this Ash Blossom, this is my partner's Ash Blossom. There's some more official sleeves, and they are very easy to bend. So I don't need to put really any pressure on, and it's bending very, very easily. I hope your opponent isn't bending your sleeves, but just in case, I'm not sure if you can see that, but I need to put on a lot more pressure for it to actually bend. It's a lot more sort of sturdy compared to the official. Of course, once again, hopefully your opponent doesn't bend the sleeves, and if you do, at least you can report them for a free win. But if they do, at least if you have these, they should be in a fine condition to keep them safe. One thing I actually want to note is, most of you probably won't have small hands like I do, but my hands are pretty small. So whenever I hold these, it's pretty big for me because of the double sleeving. So I actually had somebody at my locals today ask me if I was playing a 60 card deck. Of course, the Invoked Amazement isn't 60 cards, but if you have small hands like me, that's something you need to know. The way that I have been shuffling these is actually splitting them into 2 piles, and then doing a pile shuffle with this one first, then that one after, and then I'll do shuffling of the individual 2 piles, then doing a few shuffles of them combined. So that way it just makes my life easier. It is possible, but most people shouldn't have that issue if you don't have small hands. My opinion on both sleeves is they are really amazing, and I can't help but commend this company for having budget options. Any company that provides budget options, I just admire, because so many people would love custom art sleeves, but they can't afford the price of the RC gloss. So there's always alternatives at the store. They also have so many other versions I recommend people having a look into. I also must mention they do some mats. Well, I say must mention. Obviously not sponsored. I'm not very popular, but so they do a lot of variety here. It's very, very good. Arrived very quickly. And if you have any questions or any more things you want to ask about them, please let me know. I'd be glad to sit there and have a little test for you. Maybe make a small video going what you may ask. And I appreciate you guys watching. The next one I'm going to be doing is a review on some sleeves that I have on order from your playmat. And I'm also going to be doing a comparison that includes a comparison of the preparation phase. So how long did they take to arrive compared to these ones? Because the person that does these, from my knowledge, is quite a small amount of people. And they're a quite big company. So it'd be definitely interesting to see a comparison of the results. And yeah, I really appreciate you guys for supporting, and it's really nice to say, actually, I managed to reach 100 subscribers, which is really exciting, and yeah, well, have a lovely day, and thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy custom sleeves.